everybody is having a good week. It's all back to school for everybody. My kids went back to school yesterday, so I feel like I can breathe a little bit. Love having them home, but it is a challenge trying to juggle everything and the mom guilt of being away when they're at home. So, but I am super excited. I had my first class last night that I was teaching at WestCon on musicians and musculoskeletal health. So that was super fun. I was nervous. I was really stressed out kind of leading up to it. I have a whole new appreciation for professors and teachers and what goes into lesson planning and standing up and talking and teaching. I think it's really, it's an amazing thing that people do. You never really know until you actually are in those shoes, but there's a lot that goes into it. So thank you to all my professors that have done what they have done. So it was a great class last night. I have some really great students in it. They're all really, really into trying to prevent injuries. And it was interesting. We talked a lot about kind of what I have planned for the class. And one of the things that really came up was people want to cover anxiety. And they want to cover, my computer's making noise, sorry. They want to talk about how to handle anxiety as a musician. So that's one of the things that I'm going to start covering more in here as well. And that kind of goes into mindset and how we approach things as well, and the energy in which we approach things. So I'm excited to be doing that. Hey, Andy, how are you? I just mentioned your name in terms of the technology stuff, so maybe you can help me figure that out later. But so the class was super fun. I can't believe that I'm actually a professor now, although I am not having my students call me Professor Mogilnicki because I don't know how they'd say that. I can barely say it. I think my husband owes me for taking his last name. But so it's going to be super fun. I'm super excited about it. So if anybody has any other ideas that come up that think would be really good to be covered, just let me know. I appreciate the feedback that you guys had given me before. So I'm looking forward to doing lots of stuff and stuff with these students as well. But since I was at the school last night and I did a poll with all the students about how many hours a day they're practicing, because everybody's getting back into school and they're starting up playing, and symphonies are starting up as well too. A lot of people gigged a lot over the summer, but I think that it's important to think this time of year as you're entering back into school as a student, that you watch how you increase your playtime, because from the poll that I did last night, students were practicing anywhere between 2 and 8 hours a day. So if you're at 2 hours a day and then all of a sudden you're jumping into school that requires you to be playing in ensembles and in symphony, whatever you're doing, more lessons. If you're, I know that when I was in school, a lot of it was doing outside chamber music stuff that we would then do on other people's recitals, which increases your playtime. So you just want to be careful that when you're going from 2 hours a day, that you don't jump to 4 hours a day right away. All right. You kind of have to think of yourself as a marathoner. All right. Somebody that runs a marathon, 26.2 miles, you're not going to go and run 26. You're not going to go from running 5 miles to 26.2 miles. You're not even going to go from 5 miles to 13 miles. You really need to build yourself up. Physically, you need to build yourself up. Mentally, you need to build yourself up. Emotionally, you need to build yourself up to that. So musicians, you need to think the same way, all right? It's so easy to be like, oh, I'll just sit down and I'll practice more. But your body, you have to take into consideration what your body is doing, what you're requiring your body to do with the increased hours and time that you are sitting at your instrument. So increase your time playing slowly and make sure that you take breaks, okay? So if you're playing 2 hours a day now, increase it, half an hour a day, 45 minutes a day, but make sure that you take breaks. Take breaks every half an hour, set your timer to go off. It does not have to be a long break. Get up, move, get out of the deforming position that the instrument puts you in. So if you're violin and you're playing like this, you want to make sure that you're moving your neck out to the other side, and then as you're opening up your body, and just think opposite of what the instrument puts you in, and that you're getting your blood flowing, get your heart rate up a little bit, go for a quick walk down to the bathroom and back, get a drink of water, and then sit back down and play. It does not have to be a long break. It just has to be a break long enough to get you out of the stagnant posture, get your blood flowing a bit, your heart rate up a little bit, clear your head, drink some water, and then sit back down and play. So just a word of caution as you're getting back into the routine of school, and then as you're like adding more ensembles and more performances and more orchestra rehearsals or whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you are increasing your playing time slowly, that you don't jump it up, because if you jump it up really fast, it is going to put you at risk for injury. Just like a runner, if you're going to jump up your miles really, really quickly, you're going to likely hurt yourself. So you don't want to do that. So go slow, take care of your body, appreciate your body for everything that it does for you. If you have any questions, comment below, and hope everybody has a great day.